Hi all, welcome to my channel IT Learn. So today in this video we're gonna learn about how the Xpath is work and the advanced level of Xpath. I think this will help you in day-to-day life. We all in the automation field needs to know the Xpath. So this is the second part of my finding element video. Watch till end so that you will learn more about the Xpath and the advanced features. There is two type of Xpath. One is absolute Xpath, and another one is relative Xpath. Absolute Xpath is starting from single slash, and that means it's a direct path. Okay, it's a direct path of the element. So how we can get the absolute Xpath? Absolute Xpath, if we right click, for example I need the absolute Xpath, so I can click on it. The most simplest way to copy full Xpath, so it will give you the absolute Xpath. But this is not the suggested one, because this in between, if one div is changed in something, but that is not impact in the UI look and feel, but if the element got changed somehow, then your code will fail, because you are unable to find this one. So it's always better to avoid the absolute Xpath. And relative Xpath, it start with double slash, and it's the easiest way to find, and it's a it can be searched from any point of the page. Like, it doesn't matter, like from the beginning itself, it anywhere, wherever the match is found, it will stop execution. There's a lots of way of Xpath. I hope like you guys are using Xpath in day-to-day life. So today we're gonna learn how we can find Xpath in advanced level in the sense, like for example, now I want to grab this one. So what is the challenges over here? If we use the class like dot class, it will give me this one and this one, right? But I need to grab the Xpath. So what will be the Xpath for me? My Xpath for me will be, it's inside the div, it has a class. So what I'll do, I'll simply copy this one, and I'll say double slash and star. It can be anywhere inside that. And the attribute, what is the attribute? Like class, name, id, those are the attribute. So I can say it's a class. I already copied this one, so I'll simply paste this one and close this bucket. See, this time I am getting 3 value, right? 3 value, but I see this is my match, right? How I can, this is my match, because this is highlighting this one, this is the match. So this is the element of 2 second element, it is matching. So what I can do, I can simply ask my element, hey, grab the element of, find the element of second match. It's an array value, so I can give a 2. So it is highlighting only the next button, not all of the element. It is highlighting only the one element. So this way you guys also can help. Like if you find an element in the Xpath, and that is giving you the multiple common element and multiple search result, so what you can do, you can mention like which position or which element you require. Just check which position you require, just and make it as a 1, 2 or 3, whatever you need, you can make it. This is a way where we can find the element. This is the one way. So, and so similar way, the second and third way, like so for example, like let me tell you one thing. So here is a input and there is a class, right? There is a class. So we can use sometimes as a instead of id class name, we can use some other attribute as well. Other attribute in the sense, like for example, in this case I want to grab it, like I want to use autocomplete as a username. I can use this one as well. So let me copy this one. How I can do that? I'll copy this one simply. I'll say hey, it's a input value, and where the attribute is, I'll simply paste this one. See, it is highlighting only this text path, right? And I'll show you few more Xpath in Cypress.example here, because here I'll show you why I came here, right? So what happen if I say, for example, I want to use this hyperlink. How I can get it? Like there's a match, similar text. Like you can see there is no class, no id. If you don't have any class, any id, how we can get it? How we can get this attribute, right? So there is a inside the ali we have a tag, right? So all are the a tags. So if you want to use as a control F /a, so it will highlight you all of the element. But say example, you want to click within this so how you can find it? So inside that a, you can say you have a href hyperlink href is a attribute, right? So inside that attribute you can say the name, right? So command dot queries. So simply let me copy this one. I'll copy this one and I'll paste it inside that attribute. See, so but the interesting thing is here you can see this is 6 matches. Why 6 matches? Because inside that querying, there's a 6 a tags, right? So inside that a tags you want the get, right? So how we can get it? I shown you previously one thing, like we can use this one, like which position, it's an array value. So I can say like if it is a within, so it should be a 4th value. Array start from 0 1 2 3, so it should be a 3rd value, right? So let's see if it is a give you the 3rd one. Oh no, sorry. Okay, it should be the 4th one, 5th one. So you, this way you can check it, no issue. This way you can check it. And if I remove this one, yeah, correct. So there should be when it's come for 6, right? First one is this one. I'm not sure what it is highlighting, but somewhere it is there. So this is why we are using as a 2 3 4 5. So that's why we have used this one as a 5, right? So this is the one way. Another way how we can get the element, another way, the Xpath, we can use this text, like contains is the text, within is the text. So inside that a, if we find any within or any contains, I'll say like I can grab that. So how can use that? Text is not the attribute, so I will not use as a attribute. I'll say it's a text is a function where I can say the text name, text equal if I want to contains, right? So let me copy the contains, this one. Let's see. See, this is selected. I said inside that a tag, if you find any contents, go and click on this one, or maybe I need that selector. Clicking on grabbing elements, it's up to you, but I need that element. Same way I can use as a root, right? So this is the text contain. And sometimes we face like this way, we can use a text. By the use of text we can use we can grab the element. Okay, so let me click on some other things, like maybe it's a type disable. Okay, and let me show you one thing, input type password. Sometimes what happen, like we can see like this is a class, right? So there's a multiple class, or maybe sometimes we saw like uh, like id or class start with something, like there's some ng value or some other class, there's a multiple class value. But I know that inside that class, if I have like password, like say example text password class, this is a class name. Or maybe here form controller action focus, but action I know, if this is a action focus exist inside the class name, that means this is the field which I am looking for, right? So that also we can do, like we can use like contains is the good one, like contains first bracket, what contains, I can say contains class equal to, so it should be comma I guess, yeah, let me check once. So contains class action email, I don't need to give the whole name, because I'm saying whatever the class it is, if it is contains, if the class value contains this one, hey give me this one, I'll use that selector, that's it. Contains class is the, okay, sorry, it should not be a, right, it should be a input box, it's my bad. See, I said this one, so I ask my code like if it is a input and class contains action email, then grab this one. So this way you can use anything, like it's the class content, it can be a id, it can be a name, it can be anything, whatever it is contains, you can grab it. Now I will quickly check how we can validate the XPath in the browser console itself. We'll check the way how we can validate in the console, and we can check before using it in the code. Let's see quickly. Okay, console itself, how we can see, this is my XPath for this field, right? This is the XPath for this field. So I can type it like, I just copy this one, I will come here, I'll say $x, and then I will say this one, and I will convert it like this. See, this element I am grabbing it, and even I can say like value equal to test. So now we'll move to the next part, like the next part quickly. Now we'll learn about start with. So let's see how start with works in Xpath. See, so there's a two input, let's see this one. So in many cases we have seen the same element, right? Same, this is the input box and this is the input box, and both are the form controller, right? Both are the form controller. So and I need those all of things, I can say value double click edit. Okay, so for example here you can see this one. So every text box has a form controller name. We can show you, like for example here you can see this one, id description, some value I saw, 1 minute. So here you can say, if I use input, only the input, you can see there's a placeholder, right? Placeholder comes with some different name, but I can say like enter your name. This is the, so I want to grab those element or that element which placeholder start with enters, right? We can use this one, input, you can say str starts with, what is that, this is an attribute of placeholder and is enter, right? See, so it start with placeholder enter. So same way, like any attribute, if that attribute value start with something, we can grab or we can use that element, right? So this way we can use the Xpath, like we can find the Xpath. I hope this video will help you a lot in your day-to-day life to finding a selector, finding an element. So today what we learned in this session, advanced level of Xpath. I hope this will help you in a lot. Even I know we saw like how we can use those things in the console, and we can use it, we can get the value. I hope this will help you a lot. So if you are not subscribed yet, just subscribe this channel and share this video with your friends and colleagues, whoever is needed. Follow this channel to learn more.